As the court calls its first case, tensions quietly rise beneath the formal tone. Attorneys rush in, apologies fly, and the judge keeps the pace sharp. Even something as simple as a scheduling conflict turns unexpectedly dramatic. Today's docket is packed, and every ruling matters. So stay with me. This courtroom is about to reveal far more than routine legal procedure.
The court does call the case of the people versus Mackenzie Nyquist.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Josh Berhauer on behalf of Ms. Nyquist, here with my co-counsel Jake Brenner under the supervision of Attorney Katie. Requesting approval to appear under Michigan Court Rule 8.120.
Under the supervision of whom?
Attorney Katie Loris.
Okay. And good afternoon. It's
Um,
Loris. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And you're the only reason your case is getting called first, because apparently somebody said you were yelling at my staff about you have a class to teach at 1:30.
I believe
so
that was,
What?
I believe it was my colleague doing the yelling at your staff, but I do in fact have a class at 1:30.
Wow, just threw her right under the bus. Okay, good. I like her. All right. What are we doing on this case, folks?
Your Honor, we just received an offer from the state a couple hours ago, and we would request just a short adjournment to discuss it with our client, even just to next week.
Matter will be adjourned to
December 1st.
December 1st, 2025, 1 p.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Bond will continue. Ms. Nyquist, could you state your name for the record, please?
Mackenzie Nyquist.
All right, thank you. All right, that time bond will continue. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you, Your Honor.
class. All right. Court does call the case of the people versus John Price Savvy.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dan Guerin, I believe it's Rizavi. I'm gonna try that. Yes. Rizavi. Can you state your name to the judge, please?
John Rezavi.
Okay, I'll trust you. It's your name. No.
Your Honor, this is our first following a reauthorization of this charge. We're asking for a final settlement conference, please.
Okay. Jury final settlement conference will take place December 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, will be December 8th, 2025 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Here, things get interesting. We see lawyers scrambling, communication gaps showing, and the judge openly reacting to behavior in the hallway. It's a moment that shows how courtroom dynamics extend beyond legal arguments' professionalism. Impressions and tone can shape everything. What would you do if your attorney yelled or missed a moment to discuss your case? Would you trust them?
Speak with the people, and I didn't have the opportunity
You
to.
want me to pass it?
If you don't mind.
Did he not speak to you? He just yelled at you?
No, he was nice.
He was nice, but he didn't speak to you about the case.
She wasn't.
You're just saying he was nice. Because I'm hearing other things from parents. I'm- All right, fine. I'll pass it. I'll pass your case, counsel. He doesn't care.
Thank you.
They're not listening to me. They don't. They're just having their
I'm
own
listening.
conversation. No, nobody's listening. It's a horrible thing. Court does call the case of the people versus Ardu Raham Banda.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Banda. Mr. Banda's not here. He went to 15th this morning at 9 a.m. Yes, I don't know why. When he arrived, he informed the public defender there that he wasn't doing well. The police were called. The ambulance was called. He was taken to St. Joe's, I believe. I have not gotten any update past that. He doesn't have a phone, so I haven't been able to touch base with him directly, but that is all the information that I received from public defender staff at 15th this morning.
So somewhere he needed some help of some type and they got him some assistance. All right. Under those circumstances, I'll adjourn the matter to December 1st,
Yes.
2025, 1 p.m. Okay, thank you. Court calls case People versus Michael Taylor.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Taylor. So you can stand here and state your name, please.
Michael, middle initial K, last name Taylor.
Thank you.
We are asking for an
I was
adjournment.
waiting on a package. I'm just saying. He's probably got it in his truck. That's what I'm thinking. But go ahead.
We're requesting an adjournment. We're doing a little bit of investigation into this case, so we just need some time to facilitate that.
What's my date after the first?
You have the 15th or January.
Will the 15th give you enough time to do all that?
If the January 5th, wow, that seems like a lifetime away. That's it.
Really?
I think I'll take the 5th if that's okay with the court and that's okay with Mr. Taylor.
January?
January 5th. Busy season's coming up for FedEx, so. It's true.
I never see their truck. It's like, I think the guy goes past my house. You ever see that movie? It's a National Lampoon movie where the mailman goes past.
I don't think Mr. Taylor would do that.
No, I'm just saying.
He would delicately place it on your.
I'm saying,
porch.
I see different things. I just look out at action.
At this point, we watch a familiar courtroom rhythm, adjournments, scheduling battles, and attorneys negotiating time they desperately need. But beneath the casual joking about FedEx deliveries, real consequences hang in the balance. A single delay can shift a defendant's future. Do you think courts should grant more time for preparation or push cases faster to avoid delays? Tell me below.
Court does call the case of the People versus Eric Buckner.
Ally's on behalf of the people.
Public Defender Natalie Tate with and on behalf of Mr. Buckner, who should be present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and turn on your camera and state your name for the court?
Mr. Buckner, Eric Buckner. How you doing today, Your Honor?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, sir?
I'm doing the best I can, sir.
All right. Okay.
Your
Go ahead.
approach.
Sure. All right, record should reflect we've had a bench conference in this case. Mr. Buckner?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I'm going to pass your matter briefly. The people are waiting on some information to provide to the court, and then we'll call your case back up. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Buckner. Just hang on the line.
Court calls
Okay.
case People versus Kenneth Miller.
This next segment reveals how technical errors, like a wrong statute code can, drastically alter jail time. The judge carefully corrects the record, proving how precise the system must be. Imagine facing extra months due to a clerical mistake. It's a reminder, the law isn't just about guilt, it's about accuracy. Would you catch such an error if it were your case?
Amend the charge code on the misdemeanor plea agreement
Right.
to a corrected PAT code. Mr. Miller pled to an OWI occupant less than 16 on October 15th. When I prepared the sentencing recommendation to the court, I had it down that he pled to an OWI high BAC. That is incorrect. So the jail time on his sentencing from October 15th needs to be amended to 365 days in jail with credit for 1 day served and the balance to be suspended. The rest of the sentence recommendation remains the same, Your Honor.
Right. It should have been 257, 625, 7A1.
Correct.
Whereas it was 257, 625, 1C, which is, but they had the penalty right on the plea form, just not the PAT code.
Correct, Your Honor.
Any objection to that? It's going to have to be amended.
I do not believe so, Your Honor, and I believe Mr. Miller is present via Zoom.
Yes. Mr. Miller, can you state your name?
Kenneth Miller.
All right. Mr. Miller, did you understand any of that? Probably not, right?
Yeah, I already spoke with probation about it.
You did? Okay, so
Yeah.
you understand what's going on. It's
Yeah,
just
I
that
understand.
the code itself was the incorrect code.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna correct the code. The charge was correct, it's just the code was wrong. I'll amend the jail time on his sentencing that I imposed without objection. Instead of the 180 days in jail, credit 1 and the balance suspended. It will be amended to 365 days in jail, credit 1, the balance is suspended. All right? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
Court calls case, People versus Maurice Couchman.
Mr. Couchman present.
Maurice Couchman? I do not have him. No, he's not checked in.
Your Honor, Chris Clare on behalf of the probation. Mr. Couchman was before the court. I did not waive his appearance. It has a new pending case out of the 18th District Court on a domestic violence and alleged date of offense, October 28th of 25. That incident is involving the sister, not the same victim in this case. I have ordered the police report on that. So I did not waive his appearance. Given that he is not present, probation is asking you.
Couchman, no response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $10,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on it. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case of the People versus Anthony Randolph.
And Trace Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor. Mr. Randolph was before the court for reviews on his payments to the court.
And yes, and has he made them?
He has not, Your Honor.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. I still have him owing
He owes $1,340.
Bench warrant will issue. Bond set in the amount of $15,000. Give a 10% privilege on it. That warrant will issue immediately. Court does call the case People versus Darnett Blackwell.
Alexander on behalf of people.
Chris Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor. For review hearing, he is compliant with the order by the court. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue with the next review hearing being set February 2nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
No objection.
So ordered. Court calls case People versus Zachary Burlett.
Alexander on behalf of people.
Your name?
Good afternoon, Zachary Burlett.
Your Honor, Mr. Burlett is scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with the terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance, but I think he wanted to come see.
Uh-oh.
Just a
Go
Don't
ahead.
be mad.
Only on good
I'm
terms.
being sarcastic.
Here, the courtroom shifts into something unexpectedly emotional. Zachary's story unfolds homelessness, addiction, recovery, and the judge responds with rare compassion. This isn't just legal procedure. It's a human turning point. How often do we overlook the people behind these files and case numbers? This moment forces us to ask, can the justice system truly change lives when someone chooses to change themselves?
And he looks much healthier than he did.
Does.
So,
It's a stark difference.
yes, isn't that great?
It is.
So probation's recommendation in this case, Your Honor, is that all conditions continue with his next review hearing being set February 2nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
All right, before I go that, sir.
Hello.
Hello. What would you like to tell me?
Even though I didn't know I was able not to appear or whatever, but I still like to come in to show myself, just to see everyone. I can't get enough of you, I guess, right? But it's just good to be present, show that I'm healthy, that I'm good, that everything's okay. I'm maintaining everything that I have to maintain, but most importantly, just being productive and being, quote, a human being.
Yes. Well, do you have pictures of yourself from before?
I go to my old Facebook, sometimes, and I see a difference on health wise. I wasn't that bad. I mean, actually, no,
Go
I was
ahead.
I was very, very bad. But it's the memories behind it, like where I was at that present time, and then it just goes on and on. Like, I was at the homeless shelter, sleeping in the parking structures, drug ridden, pending cases in and out of the county jail here, um, refusing the help, refusing recovery, and now I go back to from last year when I had finally just had enough. Enough was enough, right? So I did what I did, and also took the opportunities that were finally presented to me. And when I first met Agent Valera, she just wasn't having it. She said, "You're not fit for probation, sir. We're not doing this with you." And I had to beg her. I said, "I am begging you." Actually, my exact words were, if you keep me here with no probation, you will be signing my death warrant," was the exact words I used with her. And she took the time to listen to me and hear my story out and hear me through, and gave me an opportunity. I don't know what was going on in her mind. Maybe I was just one of those cats that was able to shoot and move, but to be here today with sobriety, and also more importantly, just maintaining a life that's productive. I have my family back. I got my mother back. I'm just doing the things I need to be doing and wanting to do. It just goes to show, like, oh, well, he wasn't bullcrapping. And also, I guess I don't want to put my ego out there, but this is a prime example of what it looks like to turn your life around.
Why didn't you want to put that out there?
My ego?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I want to say, like, I can be that positive influence, right? And lately, I've been thinking about taking up a second job at the shelter where I once used to stay before, some part-time, because one, I have a friend in recovery that's there, and also two, I can share my story where I was at once before.
You know something? A lot of times when there's this kind of success, we don't necessarily get to see it because the person kind of goes on their way, and whatever, I may see them years later or something like that. So I want to thank you for taking the time to come in.
And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You're, just the reason I asked about the pictures is because you're hugely different. I mean, it's not. There are some people that change a little bit, right? This may sound sort of strange to people, but it's the truth. Not only have your physical appearance has changed, listening to you, everything about you has changed. Before, you would not have been able to say whatever to me. You would not have been able to necessarily.
By now, the judge and the defendant have built a remarkable dialogue, honest, vulnerable, raw. We're witnessing the rare intersection of accountability and empathy. Zachary's reflections on old habits, relapse, and courage highlight the toughest battles happening outside the courtroom. What would you have done in his shoes? Run from your mistake, or call your probation officer and face it head on?
Incredible group of people who constitute my staff. And I mention them whenever I can. What I really appreciate is when people were coming before the court, mentioned somebody like Miss Valera. Did she know? In a strange sort of way, yeah. I mean, she also understood that you were somebody who wasn't really taking a chance on, but somebody who she felt you wanted and you were ready to do it. And, that it's that kind of faith that we have to have in people that come before us. And she's a prime example of being able to do that. If she really thought that you couldn't, you wouldn't be here on probation. And it's that faith in you that she had, and you probably saw it as sort of an instantaneous decision. She's a thinker, And she kind of goes through, and she, in her head, has sort of mapped out a course for you. At some point, you have to take it on your own, but she does. And, I am, in terms of my probation department, I am absolutely blessed, because it would have been very easy. The easy thing to do for her department, for everybody here, would have been just to say, nope, not doing it. Right? Because then we don't have to deal with it. The hard thing to do is what Miss Polera did, in terms of saying, okay, I'm going to give you a chance to do it. And yeah, you showed her that you can do it. You showed me. I mean, I am truly, I'm sitting here almost in awe as I'm just looking. Because that was not you a little while back.
Absolutely. And when I share my story, because some guys and girls, when I go to these talks, they just can't believe how they question my relationship I have with the course of Miss Polera, and it's like, unfortunately, you guys are seen as enemy number one. I was like, well, truth be told, they're really not, considering the fact that when we're out here doing the things wrong, they have a job they have to attend to. Like, if I'm out here screwing up, I'm like, of course she's gonna put me in jail. But when you sit here and do the right things, and you continuously do it, and you start building this professional relationship with them, you are the success story. You become it, and you become, in a way, they're number one. Like, hey, they're doing it. You know what I mean? And when we have our conversations, our check-ins, it ain't just a regular check-in. It's a good conversation we have. It ain't just about, are you doing this and that? It's, how are you? How has Zach been? I'm good. How's Miss Polera been? It's like we check on each other. She has that mother basic instinct with her and her. I sense it every time that we talk. Like, it ain't just like, you're doing this, doing that. Okay, good. Call me later. It's
I call her Mother Teresa all the time.
It fits. It fits. I've explained to my mother before. She said that's a beautiful thing, and she says she wished that all the system can be like that more. Get really connected with the community and those who are in my position to help them, guide them in the right direction. And of course,
sometimes that next step that you have to make, you're worried about failing, or you're worried about how you're going to do it. And the great thing, and I know this about Miss Polera, she kind of walks you through that so that you can make that next step, and so that things also don't look so scary.
No, absolutely. Especially when I had my slip a while back ago, there was no fear to call her. This was I have to do this. Like, I have to keep her informed. I'm not going to lie to her. I'm not going to shoot a move on her. There's no reason to. And I don't know what I was thinking that there would be consequences, but at that moment, I'm like, I can't lie to her. I can't. That's now how I am. And the exact words were, you're doing the right thing. I'm just glad you're safe, and you're somewhere safe right now. Bounce back. You got this. Keep me informed. You're exactly where
And you didn't expect that, right?
I didn't know what to expect, other than, or I wouldn't say other than, but just I had to inform her. I couldn't lie to her. Because if I start them old patterns again, them old behaviors will come back.
Right.
If I got away with this, what else can I get away with?
And what I think you need to also understand is it takes a lot of courage to do that, because the easy thing to do would be head in the other direction. You didn't do that, right?
Exactly.
And the call itself, Ms. Blair, I can tell you, recognize that took a lot. And so the real question was, okay, you slipped up, but then how are you? Right?
Exactly.
That's where it was. Spillette, thank you for coming by. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It was great having this conversation, and keep up the good work.
I will.
All right. There's always tough days ahead, but nothing is insurmountable if you just kind of put yourself to it, right?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to continue all terms as previously ordered. I'll set his next review hearing February 2nd, 2026, 1 p.m.
Thank you.
Take care, buddy.
As the final moments close, the judge reinforces consistency, responsibility, and hope. This hearing wasn't just a legal review, it was a story of transformation, tension, mistakes, and redemption. If today's journey surprised you or made you think differently about real courtroom life, hit like, share this breakdown, and subscribe for more gripping real case analysis. Your support keeps these stories alive.